Okay, here we are. This one is called Zigeunerwurst. It's a German street speciality, really, and it's Zigeuner means gypsy in German, and it's known for its very colourful, very spicy sauce, and it's served with a normal fried bratwurst. You can get bratwurst in most places, in most supermarkets now in Great Britain, and I know they're available widely in the United States. If you can't get bratwurst, you can get the good Polish kielbasa sausages. They're just as good for this recipe, and I'm sure a lot of Polish people would argue that they're better. But in addition to this, you'll need your brats, and you need to cook them and keep them warm, and you'll need some mixed peppers cut into nice pieces like this, yeah, nice slices. There's videos in my channel on how to chop up and prepare your vegetables. There's also half an onion, so there's about a cup of mixed coloured peppers there, and there's about the same amount of onion. Well, it's about half a medium onion chopped up, and there's what I call a slack handful of chopped up carrot there. That's in there for a bit of extra crunch. In addition to that, we'll need a bit of sugar because this is a kind of sweet and sour sauce. We'll need some ketchup, just a little ketchup to colour the sauce, and we'll need some white vinegar. I've just got a shot glass there, a tall shot glass you see, full of white vinegar, and I've got 2 tablespoons of cornstarch mixed up. And you know me by now, I'm the lazy cook, so I do things the easy and tasty way. Additionally, the last thing we've got here is some chicken stock. That's the basis of your sauce. Okay, so I'm going to get all this into a pan. In fact, what I'll do is I'll add that right now, just so you can see what's going on. Fumbles for a pot. Makes a load of noise. Right, so let me get these brats out of the way. There we go. They can go back over it. And into the pan, everything goes into the pan. The lot, that goes in. All apart from this fella, the thickening agent. So what I do, I like to whisk these into here. So the ketchup gets whisked into the chicken stock. The chicken stock is 10 fluid ounces, alright, or half a pint British. What's that in litres? 300 millilitres. There you go. So just shy of a third of a litre. And in goes the vinegar, that goes in there. And in goes a couple of teaspoons of sugar. Now, I have to take it easy with sugar for medical reasons, and so I just leave it at that. What you can do at this stage is have a quick taste of your stock. Once you've whisked that in nicely, and you can have a quick taste of it. That's pretty much on the money for me. But I'll get another spoon and add a bit more sugar because my brother has a sweeter tooth than I do, and he's got to share this with me. Right, I'll just have to have less. Right, so here we go. That can go out of the way because that's just getting on my nerves. And we'll bring this back into shot. And then all I do is I pour that on there, and it just about covers the vegetables. What will happen is as they cook, that will just make sure you get all the sugar and stuff out of there that you haven't whisked in. That will cook down still a fair bit. I'm just going to get the lid for that. And I've used a broad saucepan, but you can use any saucepan you like. I'm putting that on the heat now, and I'll bring that up to a boil. And the next time you see me, I'll be in shot with the cooker. Okay, we're back. There you go. Everything's coming up to the boil in the pan, and we bring that up to a boil, and you just want to cook it until it's still got a crunch in it. You don't want to cook all that that bite out of it, but you still want it to be cooked through. So make sure you give it a stir every now and again, and just keep it turning every now and again. You can put the lid on, that will help it go quicker. A nice tight fitting lid, that should help it go fairly quick. And we'll get back to you as soon as that's cooked through. Okay, we're back at the Zigeuner sauce, and let's have a look at this. Let's see how it's doing. Okay, the onion's just turning translucent, starting to turn translucent, and the peppers will look like they're done, and I'm kind of happy with that. I'm ready to go in with the thickening agent, which is the cornstarch, corn flour mixed, 2 tablespoons of corn flour mixed with some water, and put it in as you stir. Don't put it all in at once, you might not need all of it. And as you see, it's already starting to thicken nicely. Just add a little bit more. And there you go. Nice, delicious thick sauce. As that cools off, it'll go thicker. And a little trick for those of you naughty people like me who like to taste their food as they go, there are enzymes in your spit, in your saliva, which break down, which is a bit like amylase. It'll break down the starches in this pot now and turn it into sugar and water again. So what you want to do is avoid putting the spoon back in the pot after you've tasted it. Alright, that's just a little trick, and I believe that's down to the action of an enzyme called amylase. But that's the science bit over. Let's just get to eating, shall we? Alright, I'll next time you see it, it'll all be plated up. Okay, here we are. This is the bit where we plate it up and do the reveal, as they call it in the biz. Right, I'm going to bring my sauce over. Is that in shot? No, it's not quite in shot. That doesn't really need to be. And I'm going to get a spoon, a serving spoon. And what we do, typically in Germany, what they do now is they'll carve up the sausage. So let's do that so you can see it. And they'll carve that up just into little bite-sized chunks. So there you go. And all I've done with the bratwurst is fry them. The secret with bratwurst is to fry them fairly slowly. If you try to fry them too quickly, they'll burst and they won't look very good at all. Again, if you try and bake them in the oven on too high a setting, they will burst, and these particular type can turn almost inside out, and you don't really want that. So that's the sausage. Pile them in the middle of the plate and get yourself a nice generous helping of Zigeuner sauce and pour that on top. And in Germany they'll sell this typically and eat it with French fries. Sometimes they dress the French fries in mayonnaise and ketchup. But Zigeunerwurst. Enjoy.